Hello and welcome to my Let's Play of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. In the last episode we found Triss and helped her with a task of clearing a granary of gnats, and Triss told us that we may get some help from a neuromancer called Corrine Tilly. So we've come to this house here to find her and see what she might know, or we might know in our head. So let's see.
Just passing by, wanderer? Or do you seek something specific?
Who's asking?
Rudolf de Jonkier. Of those de Jonkiers, yes. My ancestors laid the foundations of this city. I now own its largest bank.
Didn't need a recommendation. Name would have been enough.
Father always said, all ought to know your merits, son. Don't hide them under a bushel.
Yeah, I'm looking for Corrine.
I'm looking for Corrine Tilly.
Oh, you've come to the right place then. Corrine is inside. Been there for a few days, dreaming the home's history.
Why do you want to do that?
Why do you need to know the house's history? You a historian or on a whim?
I bought this property a short while ago. Paid a pretty penny, I might add. Soon after, I witnessed disturbances. Led me to fear the home might be haunted.
What are the symptoms?
Oh, they vary. Giggling in the night, and furniture moving about in the attic, and last week, well, you shan't believe it, I found human feces in the parlor.
Oh, nice. So, why are you standing here then?
Not interested in what's going on inside? Seeing it for yourself?
I'm a banker. Cursed homes scare me. Do you know how a haunting can affect property value? Point of fact, Corrine requested she not be disturbed.
Okay, so are you going to let me in?
I'd like to go inside, look around.
I don't usually let strangers rummage around my home. Twin swords, though. You're a witcher. You may enter, call that my whim.
Well, thank you, Rudolph. No, it's not. Right, so let's get inside and take a look around. Okay, so it looks like there's plenty of stuff to loot. Oh yeah, let's dig in. We find all sorts in here. Dumplings, yay. Yeah, I mean, there's loads of stuff we can break down. Oh.
Don't do that. Leave it.
Sounds interesting. I think there's plenty of Dwarven Spirit and Alcoest, which will come in handy. Let's have a look down here. More dumplings. Right, let's just blow this down, because there's some nice stuff behind here. What? Diamond dust and sapphire, assassin's boots, cavalry trousers. Oops. Rusty hammerhead, great. Marana runestone, more cavalry trousers and some florins. Right, let's just take a look at these bits we just picked up. No, definitely not. Okay, still better off with what we're wearing, which is good. Right, let's take a look upstairs then.
Stop. Go away. Don't do that. Leave it.
Oh, we've got another godling. And it's vanished.
Wake up. It's just a dream. Wake up.
Yes, I think the godling's up to a bit of mischief, which is about right for them.
The doll.
According to the bestiary, anyway.
The attic.
All right. Time to check the attic.
Put it down, please.
Okay,
That's blood. Don't spill it.
right, we've got a door here, so let's take a look in here.
Stop. Go away. Don't do that. Leave it.
More cow's milk. And this cow's milk can't be healthy, because it's been sat around here for God knows how long.
Put it down, please. That's blood. Don't spill it. Please.
Plenty of crafting items in here anyway.
Way to the next room's blocked.
Yes, it is, so we'll have to get a bit of hard out, and there we go. Now let's see what's in here. Well, I don't think we're going to run short on Alcahest or Dwarven Spirit in a hurry. I will come back to the to that. Let's get everything we can first. Oh, drawing of a crib. Didn't mean to pick that up, but so we've got the drawing of a crib and a red doll. So let's take a look at the crib. Paper on which a crib has been hastily drawn by a child, it seems. Yeah, drawing's about as good as mine.
There was a cradle on the second floor. Wonder what would happen if I laid a doll in it.
Yeah, let's go take a look.
Stop. Go away.
That was in this door, wasn't it? Oh, hello. Oh, we've got another one.
Another masterpiece. An oven and a blackened grate. Oh joy. A riddle. Saw an oven in the cellar. Maybe I'll find another clue there.
So it looks like we're heading back down to the cellar, so let's head off down there. Oh, nice. I see they still haven't sorted that out. Always roll down that top section of stairs. I just wondered if there was anything behind the ladders we could loot.
Boo! Did I scare you?
Yeah, it's definitely another godling.
Scared you, didn't I? I can tell you was scared. Big brave man scared of wee little Sarah. Ain't that funny?
I wouldn't do that anymore if I were you, Sarah. You might scare someone so bad they'll hurt you.
Why would someone
Yeah, you
like
don't want to
me?
do that.
having a spot of fun's not allowed anymore?
What are you playing?
Yeah, in reason.
That lady fell asleep, and I've sent her some horrible dreams. I'll not her wake neither. I can do that, you know. Funny, isn't it?
Very funny. Thing is, I gotta talk to the dreamer, so I'd like you to let her wake up.
Little Sarah doesn't want her to wake. Little Sarah wants to play.
Look, I know what you are.
You're lucky. I know you're a harmless godling, but others might not know, and then...
And how'd you know I'm a godling, eh? How's that, eh? Eh?
If it looks like one and acts like one, trust me, you're a godling. You give the dreamer nightmares and won't let her wake up. Why are you tormenting her?
I'm not tormenting anyone. Scary dreams are great. What I love is when this big hen chases me. Hen's got these red...
Why do you live in a haunted house?
Tell you a secret. The house ain't haunted. Not one bit. I just pretend it is. Make everyone think that. It was sitting there all empty, so I moved in. Bigwig
Yeah,
at the
good
bank
idea.
came and bought it. I don't like bankers, especially not...
Does anyone?
So I decided to give him a scare.
Gave the banker a really big scare. See, he paid a lot for this house and won't give it up easily, which is why you need to find another home.
I don't want to! I don't! I won't!
No, she deserves a home. I mean, yeah, it's not exactly the best place for her to live, but let's make a deal.
Sarah, Novigrad's no place for a godling. But if you want to live here, that's your business. So let's make a deal.
A deal? What kind?
Leave the dreamer alone. In exchange, I'll tell the banker the house is haunted. For good, no way to lift the curse.
You tell him that? What if he doesn't believe you?
I'm a witcher. He'll believe me.
Yes? Yes? Yes! Do that, and I promise not to bother your friend. Not even a little. You're awfully nice, you know.
I don't
Oh,
hear
thank
that
you.
often. Thanks.
Now go wake that sleepyhead. I won't stop her. She'll get up.
No, we normally get insulted and spat at as we walk past people. Right, so let's go and see Corrine. See if she's awake.
Who are you?
Triss Marigold sent me to see you.
Gods. Horrible nightmares. I was supposed to dream the history of this house. Instead, I saw furniture. Hungry furniture that wished to devour me. I know it must sound foolish.
Nice.
But in the dream, well, it was all too real.
Well, that's
Not
one
to
seriously
tell me,
low
is
cut top.
The work of a godling. She made people believe the house was haunted. Also injected your dreams with her little jokes.
And you managed to wake me. I feel fortunate.
We witchers have our ways.
I thank you very much.
Yeah, just make the odd
The
deal.
dreams, they were awful. Any way I can pay you back?
There is, actually. I'm looking for a young woman who was seen in Novigrad.
I can certainly try to help. But I'll need to clear my head first. After those deranged dreams, I feel it's full of cobwebs. Find me at the Golden Sturgeon. I rent a room there.
All right.
Well,
See you there.
all you need is a breath of fresh air. That'll blow away the cobwebs. Right, okay, so it looks like we're off to the Golden Sturgeon. Let's roll down the stairs again. Yay!
I saw Miss Corrine leave, but she refused to speak to me. Is the matter resolved? Or quite the opposite?
Definitely the opposite. The house is still haunted, can't seem to lift the curse.
A bit of both. A demon had captured Corrine. I managed to free her, but the house is still haunted.
Did Corrine dream of the building's past?
Yeah. Pretty horrid, apparently, though she refused to talk about it. Nobody should inhabit the place.
So many crowns I paid. Ah, well, it shan't put me in the poorhouse.
That's a shame. Okay, let's make a move to the Golden Sturgeon and find out how she can help.
Rain again. Damn mages.
Oh, we've got another notice board. Let's take a look at that. Beware, there's a swindler about. Fair Novigradians, let it be known far and wide that Klaus Fetterling is a liar, a fraud and a swindler. The miraculous hair-growing formula he sells is nothing more than well water from the bits dyed with a modicum of lilac extract. The only effect imbibing this concoction is likely to bring about is a debilitating case of diarrhea, which will keep you running to the outhouse day and night. Nice. Ow. That'll burn after a while. A fact which I had the dubious pleasure of learning through... Again. What's that? A fact which I had the dubious pleasure of learning through first-hand experience. Therefore, if this shameless cheat should pay a visit to your domicile, buy nothing and instead tell him to go suck down his own remedy. Volker Ollinger. Well, that's nice. A few nice side effects from that stuff. Bulk prose delivery. Tuesday next, a deliver of the latest Kedweni prose will be made to the warehouse near Hyrax Square. Only bulk buyers welcome. Notice of the death of Joachim Schwann. Honourable townswellers, I deeply regret to inform you about the untimely death of Joachim Schwann, a tax collector who had served our fair city for many years. The ceremonial cremation of his remains will take place at the end of the current month. The City Council of the Free City of Novigrad. P.S. Since Joachim Schwann's family did not wish an address to be made known, please address all condolences to City Hall. P.P.S. Please refrain from sending letters of a derogatory nature. Well, he was a tax collector. Beware of thief. Sunday last, someone broke into the merchant Gin Longobardi's cellar, taking out of it a barrel of triple mead. Around the time of the break-in, witnesses saw a thin, bald man rolling a barrel down the street and giggling to himself. The thief was also noticed to be singing a rude song in which he called himself Ordrin Always Back. If anyone knows the perpetrator's current whereabouts, they are asked to contact the injured party immediately. Yeah, so I think we found something about Ordrin in White Orchard and in Velen. So he's definitely getting about a bit. Contract issued by the Temple Guard of the city of Novigrad. Fellow followers of the Flame, in recent days several officers of the Temple Guard have been ravaged to death in a most bestial manner. An investigation has been launched to look into the matter, so the perpetrator shall soon feel the iron grip of justice closing around his throat. Anyone able to help the guardsmen track down and punish this murderer, or murderers, as the case may be, is asked to report to the nearest guard post at once. A reward is foreseen. It is likewise hereby announced that any man aiding or abetting these bandits or withholding evidence regarding these crimes shall be punished by torture, imprisonment, or even death. Sergeant Gilbert Witchkey. So we'll be doing that. And Gwent, Vimy Vivaldi cheats. To all Gwent players, the dwarven banker Vimy Vivaldi is a villain and a cheat. Using typical non-human trickery, he conned his way to victory over me, then forthwith demanded I surrender my cards, without the slightest consolation or giving me the chance for a rematch. Anyone tempted to play with him, resist or regret. A well-wisher. So that looks as if we've got another Gwent quest, which we will be doing at some point. We've still got to finish the playing in keeps, and I can't quite remember where that was, but at some point we'll do that. So let's enter the Golden Sturgeon and go and see Corrine again. so she's above us, so let's go up the stairs and see if there's, oh, we've got some bits again. Runestone, nice. Probably could do with selling some of this, especially the empty bottles. There's no point to them, as far as I know anyway. I've never found any real use to them, unless when you're brewing potions you actually need them, but they're never actually mentioned in the ingredients or anything. So I'll give you sneaking up behind the door like that. Yeah, so let's loot whatever we can. A sword for witches, I think we've got that, just not ready yet. Mind you, I don't think... what I might do when we've seen Corrine is just read through a few of the books, and maybe do that at the end of each episode, just until we get through the books that we have actually got, because there is a fair few. And even if it's just a couple at a time, see which ones I fancy reading and then do those ones. Right, I think she's in the next room, so... Yeah, she is.
A dream in here.
Never witnessed a seance like this before, let alone participated.
I will guide you. You must first achieve a kind of mental accord. I must ask some questions. You must answer them. It's important you're truthful. Answer from your heart.
So what is this dreaming about?
A gift. Tell me how it works.
It's hard to describe. To start with, I must gain an understanding of the bond between the person and the object I'm to dream about. I ask questions, try to flesh out feelings, emotions. Truth is essential in this, and though most who come to me acknowledge that, many refuse to speak openly of certain matters. Apart from which, they remain unaware of others, further obscuring things.
What do you see in your dreams?
I don't. It's my client who sees. My gift lies in summoning the right dreams. At times, nightmares or strong desires impose themselves on true events. It takes skill to separate seed from chaff.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Okay then, let's do this.
Let's begin.
To start with, tell me a memory you have of this woman.
What for?
Do as I ask, please. I need the strongest, most complete memory you have of...
Ciri. The woman's name is Ciri.
Right, let's start at the top then. I remember when we
I
first met.
accepted a job once. Did it. Asked to choose my reward, I invoked the law of surprise. Never thought I'd actually meet the child promised to me at that time. Years later, I was in the Broccolon forest. Happened on a girl there. Didn't know who she was. The Dryads wanted to keep her, turn her into one of their own. But the Waters of Oblivion, they failed in her case. Ciri came out of Broccolon with me. I sent her back to her grandmother then. But already, I felt bound to her.
By destiny.
By something more.
Thank you. Would you be willing to share another memory?
Yeah, so that was, well, the beginning of that was about when Geralt was in, I think it was Sintra, and he'd been asked by the Queen of Sintra, I can't remember her name off the top of my head, to basically keep an eye out at this meeting where a load of people from Skellige had come across and were vying for the hand of her daughter, which was Princess Pavetta. So yeah, and it turned out she was pregnant with the child of, what was it, the urchin of Erlenwald, who in fact turns out to be Emir. So, would you be willing to share another memory? Yeah, of course.
No need to rush. We have time.
I trained her at Kermorn.
Ciri was orphaned during the Second War with Nilfgaard. I had no idea what to do with a young girl, so I did what I would have done with a boy and took her to Kaer Morhen. Figured some physical training, sword work, development of her stamina couldn't hurt. I remember her standing on a crumbling wall. A stone came loose, she lost her footing, caught her at the last possible instant. Strongest memory, though, is of her coming out of her room one day, wearing a dress and claiming she was indisposed. Knew then that Ciri was maturing. It was unavoidable. I was lost in the face of that.
I see. Do you wish to tell me anything more?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, I think so.
In that case, I'm listening.
I saved her life once.
It was after her time training at Kaer Morhen. After the moment when Yennefer first called Ciri her daughter. We'd been separated. I knew she was in danger. I dreamt of her multiple times. I found her at Stygga Castle. She'd gone there to free Yen and gotten herself captured in the process. They wanted to hurt her. I remember fighting side by side with Ciri on stairs slippery from blood. It was the first time she ever deflected a crossbow bolt with her sword. Told her never to try it again.
These memories, they're intense. Do you wish to continue?
Well, I still have more to say.
I have more to say.
Then please do.
She was there when I died.
It was in Rivia. The Second War with Nilfgaard had just ended. There was still tension in the air. For gods know what reason, race riots erupted in the town. I tried to do something, but couldn't stop a riled crowd. A boy with a pitchfork. He ran it right through my gut. Yennefer lay dying as well. Ciri had us carried onto a boat. We sailed to a place where apple trees bloom eternal. She left us there. That was the last time I saw her.
You claim the woman has abilities. Tell me about them.
I mean, if anybody remembers the start of The Witcher, the first game, it's yeah, he starts, comes back, and he just appears in the forest outside Kaer Morhen. But whether that is straight after he was on the island, or whether that is after he came back from or escaped the Wild Hunt, I'm not 100% sure. I don't think I've read that far yet. But I mean, he died, so I don't think... I think the books actually end where Geralt dies, so... But, as I said, I've not read that far yet. Ciri is a child of the Elder Blood.
She's a child of the Elder Blood.
A descendant of bloody Falker. The rebel burned at the stake. The prophecies claim the world's destroyer will be born of the firebrand's cursed blood.
Pure legend.
Know when a legend transforms into prophecy? When it gains believers. I think you're right to be reticent in talking about the woman. I see. Do you wish to say more?
Yeah. Yeah, still more to say.
There's something else.
They call Ciri the Lady of Space and Time.
They call Ciri the Lady of Space and Time. Once I asked Yennefer why. She travels between worlds. Turns out I don't know how to talk about it. Didn't really understand much of what Yen told me. I just know there's more to it than traveling to different places, and that Ciri carries immense power in her blood.
I see. Do you wish to say more?
Yeah, I still have a bit to say.
Yeah, there's something else.
She had trouble controlling her powers.
I remember Ciri having trouble controlling her abilities. Yennefer tried to teach her to cast simple spells, and Ciri destroyed a shed near the temple where they were. Really upset her, but it was just an old shed. I know it took her a while to gain control, and frankly, I doubt she controls her abilities fully to this day.
I see. Do you wish to say more?
No. Can we start?
Naturally. I knew you cared about her. But your tone, the emotions you so carefully conceal.
Let's continue, please.
Make yourself comfortable and try to relax. You must take my hand and talk of Ciri. Tell me where you think she might be. Who could be at her side?
If Ciri couldn't find me, I'm sure she would have looked for another friend.
Who do you mean?
Well, we know she's not seen Yennefer or Triss, so it's gotta be Dandelion.
Maybe Dandelion. They liked each other a lot.
I don't know, sat there knitting. Yes, there we go. The swallow is supposed to represent Ciri. Oh, hello. That's it, dandelions getting people in trouble again.
Dreamt of a swallow at first. After that, just nightmares.
At times the dreams can multiply. Show the past as well as the future.
The swallow. It symbolizes Ciri. She contacted Dandelion. I didn't know he was in town.
The poet. Heard about him. Someone left him the rosemary and thyme in their will.
Is that an inn?
The Rosemary and Thyme? Where's that?
As you enter the city through the red light district, you come upon a bridge. The rosemary is just past it.
Dandelion inherited a brothel?
So I've heard.
Well, thank you, Corrine. Thanks for your help.
Thanks for your help.
Good luck, Witcher. I hope you find your Ciri.
Right, so it looks like we are going to see Dandelion. So what we'll do is actually read a couple of these books and then we shall take a break. So we've just got a new quest, Broken Flowers. Yeah, so we'll just read a couple of these books and then take a break. Right, let's take a look. We'll do that. Yeah, well, we'll start at the bottom and work our way up. Because I think there might be some with, yeah, My Evening with a Vampire. Bestiary entry added. So what I'm going to do is try and find the ones with bestiary entries. So, you will no doubt call me a liar, a cheat and a madman. You will shake your head in pity and snort in disbelief, but I promise you, I swear on all the gods, everything which you shall read in the pages to follow is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I met the vampire of which I write years ago in an inn in Beauclair. He introduced himself to me as Regis and said he was a barber and a medic. Since he looked in every aspect like a mortal man, I might never have even suspected his true nature, had not a fire broken out shortly thereafter in the establishment in which we were residing. This Regis, if that truly was his name, stood completely untouched by the flames, whereas my own clothing quickly caught fire. The vampire carried me out of the burning inn, saving my life from certain death, then treating my numerous wounds. At first, Regis refused to answer my query as to how he had miraculously survived the furnace-like temperatures inside the burning inn without so much as a scratch on his body or a hair singed on his head. Eventually, however, he must have sensed I was a man of the world, one who would not jump to hasty judgments based on appearance or species, and revealed his identity, along with a great number of highly interesting facts. According to Regis, not all vampires are alike. This vast family contains both mindless catachans, fledders, and echimaras, who in form resemble overgrown bats far more like humans. Who in form resemble overgrown bats far more than humans, as well as Alps and Bruxae, who look remarkably like comely maids. In addition to these, there are the even more powerful higher vampires to which genus belonged my unexpected acquaintance. Not even a witcher can discern a higher vampire from a mortal man. Contrary to popular belief, they cannot be killed by pounding aspen stakes into their chests, nor by cutting off their heads, nor, as I can vouch for based on personal experience, by fire. They do not fear running water, garlic, or the symbols of any creed. It might be some consolation to learn a vampire's bite does not turn a human into one of their number, and they do not in any way need our blood in order to survive. To them it is merely a delicacy in which they indulge from time to time, like men do with fine wine. Regis asked me to keep his tale to myself, but now, as I lay on my deathbed, I feel that I must share this secret knowledge, even if it means breaking my word to the most noble individual. That vampire seems like a decent guy. And it's interesting that the lower vampires just look like bats, and not even a witcher can discern a high vampire. So, yeah. Right, what else have we got? I mean, we will gradually go through all these. Ooh, The Last Wish. We'll read that one. Human life requires three things for its sustenance: food, drink, and gossip. It is thus no wonder that no matter where I travel, be it icebound Porvis or even green Toussaint, everyone asks me about the passions that bind Geralt and the sorceress Yennefer of Vengerberg. As a man both cautious and discreet, I refuse to betray their secrets, with one important exception. The history of their first encounter is so extraordinary, so romantic and moving, that it would be a veritable crime to hide its light beneath a bushel basket. Indeed, had I not witnessed these events in person, I would never believe there was room in our grim and dark world for such fantastic marvels. It all began when Geralt and I were feeling a bit peckish and, unburdened by heavy coin pouches, decided to fish our supper out of a lake. No bites were to be had, but we did not leave empty-handed. My hook snagged quite a lovely little pot. Sorry, I can't read for some reason. Oblivious to my friend's warning, I opened it, and in doing so, freed a powerful djinn. Without giving it much thought, I set about proclaiming my wishes. Before I could get to three, however, the djinn, irritated, I see now in hindsight, at being issued demands so soon after waking, began to throttle me. Geralt was able to drive him off, but I was left in a sorry state. I acted, the Witcher told me later, as though under the influence of some curse. Clearly the help of an expert in the magic arcana would be needed. It was our good fortune that Yennefer of Vengerberg happened to be staying in a nearby village. Geralt went to her to ask that she heal his best friend, who happened also to be the brightest star in the northern poetic firmament. Yeah, good old Dandelion. Yennefer, however, was more interested in the djinn, which she wanted to trap into magic servitude. Then, in its victim, and it should be said, played the Witcher like a well-strung mandolin. Yet rather than grow angry at being used in such a calculating manner, he fell white head over muddy boots in love with her. What happened then? Well, I won't go into details. Suffice to say that Yennefer's plans hardly delighted the djinn, and without its cooperation she proved unable to tame it. The sorceress would surely have met a tragic end and taken all of Rhind along with her, but Geralt had Geralt not rushed to her rescue, for once he did not need to draw either of his blades. To send the djinn packing, he had but to pronounce the third and final wish. He could have asked for anything, wealth, fame, power, but instead he asked the djinn to bind his fate to that of the arrogant yet intriguing sorceress from Vengerberg. That's Julian Alfred Pancratz, Viscount de Lettenhove, born 1232, award-winning poet, playwright and troubadour, frequent performer at the courts of Niedermere, Vizimir, Venslav, and many other nobles and notables, alumnus of Oxenfurt Academy. Yes, it's a great story. It's in the book of the same name. It's the first of the Witcher novel. Well, not novels. It's a book of short stories. I really enjoyed reading it. So let's see if there's any more that may have a bestiary entry. I mean, we have read some of these, but yeah, so right, okay, what we will do is we will call it a day for today. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.